Hi guys, from Life and Times with Cyndi. Today we're doing part 2 of my birthday weekend series. So, the last video we left off with a couple's dinner on Friday night, and it was wonderful. It kind of feels like a blur just because it just seemed like everything just kind of happened so fast after months of planning. But to give you a recap, I celebrated my 60th birthday this past weekend. On the first night of those 3 days of celebrating, I had a couple's dinner with some friends at a local Italian restaurant. We had a great time. We took lots of pictures, so you would have seen that in the first video. So now it is day 2. It is Saturday. I was really excited about Saturday because I had 2 events on Saturday. Saturday at 1:15, we were scheduled to do high tea at a local hotel in our area. And I had heard so much about this hotel and how fabulous it was. It's like, I think it's like a 5-star hotel in the area. But they have events, they have several restaurants, and they have a tea room. Now, I don't know why I thought the name of this tea room was the Rainbow Room. Because my cousin picked me up the day of the event. I had it all figured out what I was going to wear that day. I actually need to take a picture. I think I might have a picture of me, just me in my outfit. But I had been planning this for months, and so I knew that I wanted us to wear hats to the tea. And if you know me, you know I'm not really a big hat person, but I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I probably will never do this again. Definitely won't be celebrating my 60th birthday again. And so I knew that I wanted, if my friends would like to dress up and wear hats for this tea party. So I started my day off by pampering, trying to get myself ready. I knew I was going to be leaving that evening to go to my mom's. And so I was also trying to finish up packing and get all of the things that I was going to be taking with me to my mom's ready, so that when we came back from the photo shoot, because we did a photo shoot that day too, that I would have everything ready to put in my daughter's car and be on the road. And so I sent my husband off that morning to get food because I was going to be cooking on Sunday for my family, and that was my actual birthday, but you'll hear about that later. Okay, so my cousin picks me up. I'm all decked out in my pink butterfly dress. It's got like an overlay with these butterflies all over it, and I had a pink hat and pink shoes, and I had these pink pumps that I was like, you need to be a little dressier. So I'd actually found like some clip-on bows to put on my pink shoes. I'm trying to think, what did I have for a purse? I had a white purse. I had sparkly silver jewelry that my mom had given me for my birthday. She had brought the earrings and I had brought the necklace because I used it at the wedding for my goddaughter. And so that was an early gift. And so my cousin picked me up. This particular cousin and I are more like sisters because her father and mom helped to raise me, along with several other family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Like, when they say it takes a village, I'm not saying that it took a village to raise me, but I had a village. And so we grew up spending summers together and hanging out, doing slumber parties together in her bedroom and hanging out in the street, and we just grew up more like sisters than like cousins. And so we've always been really close. And her brother and I have always been, close. And so she picked me up, and then we drove out to the hotel to meet the other ladies that were going to be there. So at the time, I didn't know who was going to be attending. I knew who I had asked my friends to invite. And so it was my cousin that picked me up. Her name is Michelle. And then my cousin Crystal, who is exactly 30 days younger than I am. Like I was born 30 days before she was. We're the same age. And so she's getting ready to celebrate her 60th birthday. And I had friends. My two best friends were going to be there. My two daughters, and I had invited what I call my dress sale buddies. That's a story for another time, but I had invited them, but I wasn't sure who was going to be able to come. One of the couples that was at the party, at the dinner Friday night, she had already told me that she was not going to be able to come to the tea party. And another girlfriend lives in Florida, and she wasn't going to be able to come because she was doing something with family. But I had seen her last summer when I went to Florida for my trip to Disney World. So I did get to see her over, a period of time. So that was really, really great. And so we got to the hotel. It was valet parking only, but it actually was not that expensive. It was like $5 for valet parking. And when you pull into where this hotel is, oh my gosh, the front of the hotel is just beautiful, but the inside is like fabulous. I don't know, something is making me hungry. Something smells good. And so we pull in. The guy takes my cousin's keys and he takes the car, and we're like loaded down because we're going to the tea party dressed in our fancy outfits. But when we take the photo shoot, we're going to have on jeans and white tops because that's what I had asked everyone to wear. And so we had our clothes in garment bags, and we had bags to change like our shoes and everything. And we knew we were going to be doing it in the bathroom at the hotel. But I didn't know until the day of that my girlfriend had called and asked if we could leave our bags and things at the front desk while we went in for our high tea. And they said yes. I mean, the hotel was very accommodating considering we were just day guests there, to be at the restaurant for the tea. I had been looking at pictures of this hotel like from the start when I first started looking for a location for a tea, and it just looked amazing. Where the tea itself was is technically a restaurant, but it doesn't look like what you think of when you think of a typical restaurant. There weren't like round tables that everyone was sitting at. It was like a lounge. It had like a piano. There was live music playing. I wish I had gotten video of the live music. There were like all these little vignettes of places where you could sit and have tea with your friends. So they like had a sofa section over here with chairs and low tables that people sat around to eat tea. And then they had like one section that had like a grouping of chairs together where you could sit and listen to the piano player, and drink your tea. And then they had another section with another sofa, and like right in the middle was the bar area. And it was just beautiful. What I didn't know at the time was that they have an outside area that's right off of the tea room. And it's like an enclosed patio with doors that open out to the garden outside. And they had this long table that was decorated. And so when the server escorted us in, because we got there early enough that we could take pictures. Again, we were all about the pictures this weekend. So we all decided to meet early enough to take pictures beforehand in our tea outfits. And so we took a ton of pictures. My youngest daughter was going to be late because she had to actually work that day because she recently started a new job and she couldn't take the day off. But she gets off at like 11 o'clock in the morning. And so I knew that she was going to be coming a little late. And I was happy to have my girls there. They didn't like dress up like the ladies did. It just wasn't their thing. So they had on their jeans and their top that they were going to be wearing. I mean, jeans and things that they were going to be wearing to the photo shoot, which it was fine. I mean, we had such a good time. So we finished taking photos in different areas. I mean, we took a ton of photos. And then we walked into the section that was the tea room. And I think it's called the Riley Room. Oh my goodness, it was even more beautiful in person than it was online. So I was expecting them to escort us to like one of the little venue areas, like either a sofa area or whatever, because when my girlfriend first made the reservations, they told her at first they couldn't accommodate the number of women that we were going to have without us calling management at the front desk. And so my girlfriend called management and they said yes, they could set us up, but I just assumed it was in the area that I had been seeing all the pictures of. So when we go in, the lady starts to escort us in, and she escorts us out to the patio.
She's going to be with you in just a few moments. Hello. You got it?
Let me pull my camera out.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure, of course. If y'all need anything, you just let us know. Go ahead and get settled, and we'll get you some tea, okay? Y'all are going to have to come back in for Derby Day. Y'all look ready.
Oh my goodness.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Cassandra, I wasn't expecting this. I thought we were going to be in there.
She did you special.
Oh,
Okay.
good. This is the patio area I was talking about taking.
So guess what? We celebrate you all the way.
Yeah, seriously.
And I was like in shock because they literally had a table set up for us. Like it was so intimate. It was so like, I know there was another party like further down at the patio area, but you wouldn't have known they were there because where we were seated, it seemed almost as if we had that whole area to ourselves. So it was like we had booked a private party without booking a private party area. It was so nice. The table was set up so nice. And it was perfect for what we were going to be doing. So we were waiting for our server to come and, give us information about the tea. But in the meantime, once we realized like we were right outside of the garden area, we went out there and took a couple of pictures, just some casual ones. And then my girlfriend was walking around and she noticed that there was another garden area with like these chandeliers hanging outside in this garden area. And she was like, oh my gosh, we need to take some pictures here. So we ended up going over there and taking some pictures. I know that I noticed people thought we were crazy, but the funny thing was is that we kept saying, okay, well, nobody has like said, hey, you know, we're ready for you guys to take your tea order. And so we just kept taking pictures waiting for them to come out to us. But now I'm thinking about it, I think they were waiting for us to come back in. So we took a ton of pictures outside. And then we finally came back in and we noticed they had put water on the table. So we took our seats and we were waiting for them to come out and tell us like what the tea was. And by that point, most of us were hungry because we had not eaten breakfast that morning. Like I know I didn't because I was just so excited about the whole day. And so we did that, and finally, the lady came over and she introduced herself to us, and she was telling us what was on the menu and what we would get and what our choices were. And the way it's set up is you have a choice of a tea, and it's loose leaf tea. I mean, it's like the real tea. They had cream, they had sugar, they had the cutest setup for like the tea, like the strainer for the tea. Once you finish with it, there was this little silver, and like this was real silver. There was like this little silver bowl right beside it, your teacup, because they had the teacup set up and plates with a menu of, as a matter of fact, I think I have the menu because the lady told me, she was like, because it's your birthday, she said, we don't usually let people keep the menu, but we'll let you keep the menu. And I'm going to look and see if it's where I think it was. So one of the gifts that I got from my girlfriend's Friday night was a keepsake box that I could put all of my memorabilia from that birthday weekend in. And this is the beautiful box that they gave me. And it has like a, right now I have my cards in it that everyone gave me, but it has like a cover that you can put over top of it once you are finished putting everything in it that you want. And so I have all of my cards in here, and then it has like little envelopes that you can put your cards in, and I have a few cards from Friday in there. Yeah, I do have my menu. So this is the menu that was on our tables. This is the menu that was on our table. And so our choice was loose leaf tea. You could choose between several flavors. So it says small batch handcrafted creations with long and loose premium tea leaves for incomparable flavors and finish. Now, I don't understand half of what I just said.
You're going to find your scones. You have your white chocolate raspberry with your orange and poppy seed. On the middle will be your desserts. On the far side, we'll have our chocolate hazelnut bars, our fruit tarts, French macarons, chocolate truffles, lemon pound cake, and our peach crumble. On the bottom will be the sandwiches. We have our white fish on rye. We have our chicken and avocado salad sandwich on croissant. We have our country ham biscuit, and then your open face sandwich. We'll have cream cheese, cucumber, and dill. Your accoutrements, which will be on the little tray with the spoon. You're going to have your seasonal preserves, your clotted cream, and your lemon curd.
Felt like that was strong.
Thank you.
This one's still decently full and hot for you, and I'll bring another one by for you as well.
But it was good. So the tea selection was Cavalier Black and Vanilla or Citrus Chamomile. You could have Herbal Mint, Hibiscus Energy. I think one of my cousins got that one. You could have Lady Blue Earl Grey, or you could have White Strawberry. I chose White Strawberry because I love strawberries. Then there was a tier tray of sweets, hand-rolled scones, assorted macarons, hazelnut tartlet, fresh fruit tart, petit fours, assorted truffles. They did say the truffles contain some alcohol. And then we had tea sandwiches on a tier tray as well. But what they actually did was they brought out 2 tier trays and for each end of the table, and each of those had like the sweets and the tea sandwich. So the tea sandwiches were open-faced cucumber dill. Everybody was like, I don't know about that, but most of them tried it and ended up liking it. Avocado chicken salad croissant, white fish spread on rye. Now I don't eat seafood, and so I did not taste that, but I think everyone who did taste it said it was good. And then colonial ham salad biscuits. Now the ham was like ground up, and like it kind of reminded me, at first I thought it was the seafood because it reminded me almost like a crab cake, but it was really good, and the biscuit was really good. And then on the side it had clotted cream, lemon curd, and seasonal preserves. And that lemon cream, oh my goodness, not lemon cream, the lemon curd, it was so good. I'm trying to think. I don't think I tried the clotted cream now that I think about it. And then at the bottom of the menu, because it says afternoon tea, at the bottom of the menu says, a woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt. So it is so, the way it was set up, it was just, I mean, I felt so special. And I was just like in shock that we had this whole area to ourselves. It made the tea even more special, even though I wanted to sit in the other area just because the way that it looked. It was so nice to be sitting like out, kind of outside, because all of the doors were open to the patio area. And there was a breeze blowing. They had brought the balloons with them when they came, and the balloons were like blowing everywhere. We ended up having to like sit them on, put a lantern that they had in the patio area on them to keep it from blowing away.
All right, let me see if I can get my napkin before I go like this.
Y'all make sure I don't get the bumpy fishing.
Get the one.
Now, first of all, video, you my okay, I want to the whole well, thank you. Look at them looking all cute.
What you get? I got the chicken on croissant.
Okay, cool. I'll do that since I can't have the seafood. Y'all can have the seafood.
A little.
And then I'll take one of these because I'm hungry. Right? Yeah. And I'll get to that later.
but it was just so nice. So the lady who was the server, she came out and she kind of went through things with us and told us, you know, what we were going to get, what was on the menu. And then we were waiting for them to bring out the food, but they brought the tea out first, and she did a little demonstration and gave us some tips and things, and she was really nice. And I think we like even had 2 managers that came out and asked, you know, is everything okay? Is there anything that you need? They never rushed us this entire time. Like, we could have stayed there for hours. We didn't actually have hours that we could stay because we had the photo shoot, but they did not rush us. As a matter of fact, we had to ask for the check so that we could get ready to go, because we had to go change our clothes to go to the photo shoot. And so, you know, we just laughed and had a good time, and everybody was talking about, you know, when you drink your tea, drink with your pinky up. I wanted to tell them, look, my British friends would tell you you're not supposed to raise your pinky, but they were having so much fun. It was, my daughters had a good time, and we all just kind of laughed, and it was amazing how many people came up to us and said they loved the way we looked. They were like, your outfits are so nice. And one person that worked there said, you guys have to come back for Dapper Day and wear your hats again, because they have all these different events at the hotel. And so we sat around for a little while, and then we realized that, oh my gosh, time is getting away from us. We need to hurry up and get ourselves together to go to this photo shoot. And so we asked for the check, and I mean, by that point we were starting to feel rushed. I ended up having to send a message to my photographer and telling her that we were going to be a little late, but I had other friends that were on their way to the venue that we were going to be using for the photo shoot, and so I told them to be on the lookout for her, and I told her to look for ladies in white tops and jeans. And so a few of my friends got there early, and so they were able to let her know that we were on our way as well. And so we finished with the tea, we finished taking all the pictures, and then we went and got changed for part 2 of our day celebrating my 60th birthday. So we got our clothes changed, and we got the car. We called for the car to come around and pick us up. My 2 friends who were setting everything up, they stayed behind so that they could pay the bill for everyone. And then they said, we'll change and we'll be on the way. So we left because I figured if nothing else, we could at least start taking some of the pictures. And so that's what you're going to see in the next video, because the photo shoot was just as amazing as the tea was just as amazing as the dinner was. I mean, everything turned out so well that weekend. I can't complain about anything. I hope that you are enjoying these videos. I enjoyed myself so much. The planning, trying to figure out what outfits I was going to wear. Like, this was one of the best birthdays that I've ever had. And I don't know how to thank all my friends and my family that came and spent time with me over the weekend. I had a friend who came in from DC. I had my girlfriend who came in from Alabama. One girl drove up from North Carolina. Oh my gosh. 2 of my friends that couldn't be there, like, they were just like, I'm sorry I can't be there, but it was still an amazing weekend. And I love the fact that I can share it with you. I love the fact that I'll have these memories on video, you know, to remember for a long time to come. It was just really, really good. So I hope you stay around for the rest of the series. The next one up will be the photo shoot, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next video will come out, all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, guys, have a blessed day. Bye.